The 48 Laws of Power, book by Robert Greene. Law 48. Assume formlessness. The 48th law, assume formlessness, emphasizes the importance of flexibility and adaptability in the face of uncertainty. It draws inspiration from historical events, such as the rise and fall of Sparta and the tactics employed by the Chinese communists against the nationalists. The law argues that assuming a rigid form makes one vulnerable to attack, as seen in Sparta's downfall due to its inflexible military focus. The law starts by highlighting the vulnerability of having a visible plan or shape, making one an easy target for adversaries. It encourages individuals to be fluid and formless, much like water, in order to navigate the ever-changing landscape of life successfully. The analogy of martial arts stresses the importance of concealing strategies and being unpredictable to ensure preparedness against opponents. The story of Sparta illustrates the consequences of adopting a rigid system for protection. The Spartans, dedicated to the art of war, created a powerful infantry, but lacked adaptability. Their inflexibility led to their downfall when faced with the dynamic and creative Athenians. The story emphasizes that stability and lasting order are illusory, urging individuals to embrace change and avoid entombing themselves in rigid systems. A fable about a dog named Jowler further illustrates the concept of formlessness. Jowler's mutilation, despite initial distress, ultimately proves beneficial in making him less vulnerable. The fable underscores the importance of protecting a single point of vulnerability and adopting formlessness to avoid being easily targeted. The narrative shifts to ancient China, where the communists, facing a powerful nationalist force, employed formlessness in their strategy. The communists dispersed, creating confusion and making it difficult for the nationalists to attack. Despite initial criticism of their tactics, the communists' elusive and formless approach eventually led to the collapse of the nationalist stronghold. The author draws parallels between Sparta's downfall and the nationalists' defeat in China, emphasizing that rigid systems are susceptible to infiltration and corrosion. The story highlights the fluid and creative nature of the Athenians and the Chinese communists, who adapted to change and thrived. The strategic dynamics of war find a unique and compelling metaphor in the comparison between chess and the ancient game of Go. While chess is characterized by a small board and direct attacks, Go unfolds on a large grid with a subtler, more fluid strategy. This distinction mirrors the dichotomy between linear, position-oriented thinking, chess, and non-linear, formless tactics, Go. The wisdom of ancient Chinese philosophy, particularly embodied in the game of Go, emphasizes adaptability to the current age's challenges rather than rigid adherence to past strategies. The concept of formlessness is central to this strategic approach, drawing from Chinese military philosophy and exemplified by influential figures like Mao Zedong. In Go, the emphasis is on mobility and the ability to surprise opponents by operating in vast, loosely connected areas. This formless strategy extends beyond the game board, infiltrating real-world warfare through mind games, propaganda, and irritation tactics, as demonstrated by Mao's success against the nationalists. The narrative explores the evolution of warfare strategies, emphasizing the shift from linear land-based conflicts to abstract, multidimensional approaches in sea and air warfare. This shift mirrors broader trends in human creations, moving towards abstraction and conceptualism, seen not only in art, but also in politics and strategy. The text introduces the idea of character armor, a psychological concept describing the rigidity that individuals develop in response to the demands of the modern world. This armor, or fixed character, limits adaptability and reduces one's capacity for achievement and pleasure. The narrative then ties this concept to the evolving nature of warfare, particularly guerrilla tactics, and the need for formlessness. The exploration of historical figures, such as Baron James Rothschild, Queen Elizabeth, and Empress Catherine the Great, illustrates the power of a formless ruling style. These leaders, especially female ones, adeptly navigated changing circumstances, adapted to the desires of their subjects, and embraced flexibility over rigid adherence to past ideologies. As the narrative progresses, it delves into the dangers of rigidity, drawing lessons from historical events where inflexible rulers faced downfall due to their inability to adapt. The story of Xerxes' failed invasion of Greece serves as a poignant example of the perils of sacrificing mobility for sheer size in warfare. The text concludes with practical advice on embracing formlessness as a strategic pose. It encourages individuals to remain adaptable, avoid predictability, and cultivate a mindset that sees events through their own eyes. The narrative emphasizes the importance of discarding past doctrines and relying on one's judgment to navigate the complexities of ever-changing circumstances. In essence, the summary captures the essence of the text, weaving together insights from Chinese philosophy, military history, and psychological concepts to illustrate the power of formlessness in strategy and its relevance in both warfare and everyday life.